Jeff, you've already mentioned it once in this interview, but ever since I've known you, you've stressed to me how important it is for you to have an exciting style, for people to enjoy watching you compete. Why is that so important to you?
It's a good question. I don't know if I've ever thought about that. I'm a bit of a show-off. I've always been like that since I was a little kid. My older brother was always telling me, stop being a show-off, stop trying to get all the attention. I mean, you can ask my whole family. I've always been like that. They've been annoyed of me. You know what I'm saying? Man, jiu-jitsu is so perfect for me. I mean, my favorite thing to do when I was a little kid was like jump on my cousins and just like wrestle with them and attack them. And everyone was like, Jeff, leave everyone alone. Stop jumping on everybody. Stop climbing everybody. Stop climbing on things. It's like, man, jiu-jitsu is perfect for me. People actually want me to jump on them and choke them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I just think like jiu-jitsu's done so much for me. I would hate for the fans of jiu-jitsu to ever be bored with a match, bro. I want to give back to jiu-jitsu and make jiu-jitsu itself grow. And I think to help it grow, we need entertaining matches, and we need characters, and we need entertaining people. And we can't have dull fights, and we can't have dull interviews, and we can't have like, just, I don't know, man. It's got to be entertaining too, you know? I want jiu-jitsu to blow up, dude. I think it can happen.
Yeah. And a lot of young guys watch you compete and they think, how can I develop a flashy style? Is it possible for a white belt to start working on their flashiness?
Just have fun with it. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just out there playing. You know, if you train hard enough, you train 5 days a week for 5 years, you know, consistently, you're gonna be able to flow, dude. And I just add a lot of stuff to my game. Like I add a lot of like break dancing, and like I smile a lot when I'm rolling, and I laugh when people get me in things, or I laugh when I get people in things and stuff like that. And I just think I can't help it, man. I don't take it so serious, dude. It's not like a fight to me, you know?
What do you think of those guys that do take it seriously and are huffing and puffing and putting everything into it and gritting their teeth as they're going for stuff?
Styles are what they are, man. Everyone's got their own style. I wouldn't be what I am. I couldn't have my style if it wasn't for those guys. We need to have those guys so that there's a contrast, so I look completely different from them. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to all the guys who were like, just kind of boring, but I don't know. Like, I don't mind giving up a few points if it's gonna make the match look cool, or if I can like one of my things is I'm not afraid to let people pass my guard so I can turn my back to them to set up a scramble. You know, dude, and if you guys have ever watched me compete, I turn my back to my opponents all the time. And I think that's what like people think I'm entertaining for. It's because I turn my back to an opponent, or I'll give my opponent things that, you know, a normal person wouldn't do. You're not supposed to do, like that's something I got from Bill. Bill Cooper started doing that stuff. I was like, Bill, Frangia told us not to do that yesterday. He's like, I do what I'm not supposed to do, son. I was like, whoa, that's an interesting concept. Doing the moves you're told not to do, but making it work anyway. You know what I'm saying?
In most martial arts, you're not allowed to do that, but in jiu-jitsu,
right?
You do whatever you want.
Right? Bill was the man at that, dude. He's still the man at that. And I kind of got that from him. So eventually it got to the point where I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, how many times can we sit here and do this all day? Like, oh, okay, yeah, but what are you gonna let me, like we guys circle each other? I was like, what do you think I'm gonna do? Just stand there and let you circle behind me? Of course I'm gonna circle and face you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, okay, I'll do what you want me to do. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, you want me to just stand here and make it easy for you and get my back? Go ahead. Because I got defense from here anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Is a big part. I think some of the most entertaining jiu-jitsu matches are not when some guy dominates the other guy. Is when one guy dominates the other guy, and then that other guy last minute pulls a comeback.
Sure. Or
an escapes. The biggest crowd reaction I ever heard was when Vinny Magalanich escaped Fabricio Verdum's armbar at Abu Dhabi. Escapes, dude. People love seeing escapes. I think that's one of the biggest ways to get a crowd to blow up. Is put yourself in the middle and then get out of it. Like, he got out of there! Oh my God, his arm's gonna break! What about the Jacare armbar? When Jacare just let his arm break to Hodger. Come on, man. Stuff like that is what makes jiu-jitsu fun and entertaining and memorable. Like, you know, I mean, do you remember the world title that was won by an advantage?
Right.
Who cares? But I remember the time Cobrinha footlocked Bruno Forzato.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I remember the time somebody got tapped. I remember the times it was entertaining. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
So, you know, to answer your question, why do I feel I need to have entertaining matches? Is for you guys, man. I do it for the people. I do it for the next generation coming up. That's how it should be. Jiu-jitsu's supposed to be fun too.
The last entertaining match you had was with Bruno Malfacini at the BJJ Expo. And again, I think a lot of people discounted you because Bruno is world champ, and we'd never seen that matchup before. We haven't seen you match up with a lot of the world champs, but that was a super close match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did that go as you expected?
I didn't know what to think going into that match. I didn't know what to think about it because he's so little, dude. He's so short, and it's hard to get grips on little guys like that. I actually had to dude, I was so wrong. I've been so wrong about so many of my approaches to jiu-jitsu. For those of you who think like I'm awesome and I'm an expert and I don't make mistakes, I'm constantly wrong. I was so wrong about my match with Bruno. I remember going into the match and thinking, okay, I'm not gonna be able to get a grip on his little arms. His little arms are gonna be so close and he's gonna pummel, and his wrist control, I'm gonna have to get his neck. I remember thinking I'm gonna have to get his neck. And I couldn't get close to his little neck, but I did get a Kimura on him.
You swept with it.
Right, and I remember thinking with this Kimura, I was like, oh, there you go, Jeff, being wrong again. Thinking, going into the match, like, oh, I can't do anything to this dude's arms. Here I go with a Kimura. The first time I've done a Kimura, probably, I think, first time I've used a Kimura sweep in my whole career. I've never used that before, you know? So it's just goes to show you that, like, game plans, man, you go in there with the game plan, it goes right out the window half the time when you shake the dude's hand. You know what I'm saying? So I went in thinking I needed to get the neck. I ended up trying to use the arm. You know, and he's so fast, dude, and he turns so fast. He cuts corners so fast. You know what I'm saying? He dives onto things so fast. Everything's speed with that kid, man. It's awesome. It was such a fun thing for me to do, is get to roll with him in like those danger moments, man, where he was like on my back for a second, or he kind of had me mounted and stuff. Like that excitement. Like I love that. I live for that, you know? I love it. And I tried to make it entertaining, and I tried to keep a flow going, and I tried to bring it to the feet and to the ground, and lots of high-low, you know, like up and downs and left and rights, and just keep it fun, man.
Right.
But he got me, dude. He passed my guard right off the bat. He got that knee slice. I couldn't stop it. I tried to pinch him in the quarter guard. Wasn't working. And then after I got that Kimura, I swept him to the mount with it, and then he was like recomposing guard. And during that, I felt a darce, and I totally threw a darce on him, but it was just a little too late, bro. It was just shallow, and his head slipped out, and he ended up coming on top and like sweeping me and almost mounting me. You watch the match, it's you know, if you're not like into the jiu-jitsu that much, that was a lot, but watch the match and you'll see like there's a lot of movement in that match. And man, I mean, I still need to think back on what I learned from that match. Because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of movement and
stuff.
It was
a blast.
And his style is so cool.
I like to see your respect for your opponents and how you see it as a learning experience, because some guys don't see it that way. Some guys get upset if they didn't get the win and hold grudges.
Yeah, I don't lose, I learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't lose, man. I've lost, whatever, but they're all lessons for me, really. The way I see it, I got paid $2,000 to learn a lesson, to learn a jiu-jitsu lesson. Like, really? You're gonna pay me to learn a move? Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good, you know? That's why I like pro events, dude. I like professional, like where they pay you to do super fight. That's what makes me want to do good. Not the like you could tell me whatever about the rules, but if you give me money before a fight, I'm like, damn, I gotta do good, bro. That's my job. I don't do crappy jobs. You know what I'm saying?
If you could pick your next opponent, who would it be?
Shaquille O'Neal. I want to fight Shaq.
Because he trains.
Shaq, I heard, is a purple belt. What's up, Shaq? Calling you out, big guy. You and me, Metamoris 4. I'm small. I know. It'll be like looking up at you like this. But it'll be a cool match, man. Let's do it, baby. Do it for your charities. I don't know. I would like to fight Shaq. Like on a serious note, though, like who would I like to have a match with? I guess the rematch with Kyle. A lot of people want me to do the third match with Kyle. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so many awesome guys out there. Like, I want to do a match with Rumino Sato.
There's a throwback.
The Japanese flying armbar guy.
Yep.
I would love to have a match with him, or like a rematch with Imanari. You guys know who Imanari is? If you don't know who he is, he's a Japanese leg lock master killer guy, and he just rips, like, watch that dude's highlight reel and you're gonna cringe. You're gonna cringe. He's really good. I would love to have another match with him. I don't know, who would you like to see me fight? Mr. Budo Jake?
How about one of the Mendes brothers?
Yeah, no. Nah, I'm good. You guys, you do your thing. I'll just do my thing. It's all good. High fives. They're so good. Those guys are so good. Of course, I would love to have a match with either one of those guys. You know.
Yeah.
I just have such a high view of those guys. I see them, they're such great ambassadors for the sport, man. Those kids are such class acts, bro. Holy moly. You know, thank goodness they came into the jiu-jitsu world.
Yep.
Yeah, they've done so much for the jiu-jitsu world and for the game and for and progressing the sport and coming up with new moves and winning titles and helping kids and running kids programs. And man, just can you guys stop? Can you guys just kick back for like a month and not do something? Just go on a vacation, Hoffa Mendes. Take a break, man.
But Mendes brothers, Ruben Asato, Shaquille, whoever it is, they'll be watching. We'll be enjoying your matches.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Cool. So technique time. You want to show some techniques?
All right, cool. Let's do some moves.
Stay where you are, guys. We'll be right back. Jeff, I've been to a few of your classes, and one thing I like about the way you teach is you don't just teach a technique, you teach drills that are related to that technique, get the guys moving, get them warmed up, and develop that muscle memory before they actually do the technique. With that in mind, what have you been working on lately?
Exactly what you said. Go ahead and stand. So, like he said, I turn things into flow drills, okay? I've always tried to have a combination of jiu-jitsu and wrestling, okay? So, what I try to do here is I go from 50-50, I'll find this angle now. This is the angle that helps me just practice and learn this position, okay? As I find my head right here, everything, you guys can figure out this position. Now the idea is bring my legs up, tangle through the middle, bring it back, right? And you'll go through this a few times, get that movement down, get it smooth, right? Smooth as fast. And then what I do is you see the rocking chair motion going on, right? And the rocking chair motion gives me the 50 as well as the single. Okay, so I'm switching from attacking the 50-50, I'll attack the 50-50, I let it go, and I come up onto the single and do my good wrestling. Boom. Okay, so it's a drill I like to do now. So I'll turn it to like a left-right thing. So like, right, left. So I stick the leg all the way through there, right? Totally IBJJF legal. Right through there, boom, right, left. And just get efficient at doing this movement. Boom. Like where I'm holding the ankles, take note of all the little details, right? And now with each one of these, I turn it into a single, right? Find where I need to be, tangle them up, untangle, turn to my single, right? Get under here, get my leg into my 50. You can even throw your triangle, untriangle it, rocking chair, turn up to that single, okay? So then you can start faking them. So I'll fake the 50, I fake 50, go single. Right? As you start learning how to spin like this, you start learning how to like, that's a drill too, you know? Let's just practice in this. You know what I'm saying? Right. Tangle, up on that single. And then however you finish the single, everyone's got their own version, right? So I do this like, let's say engage me in like an open guard. You know, so I'll be like here playing like an open guard. I'll find the ankle, I'll entangle, unentangle, pick up my single.
That's cool, because a lot of people criticize the 50-50 as being a stalling position, but you've gotten good at getting into it and getting out of it.
Yes, well said, well said. Exactly, I don't stay there for long, right? I'll try to sweep the guy down. That's what's cool about this, let me mention this too, is I'll get into that 50, and I'll try to drop them down, and they'll backstep so they won't fall. That's when I let go and go single. If
now
I can't,
this leg is light.
Right? If I can't get him to drop to his butt, I untangle and take the single leg, right? So that's, and again, this is something I can work from the feet too. So you kind of get your stance, right? And I want to make this movement, right? Let go, boom, boom. Okay, so this is gonna make me go. Untangle, up on that single. Take down.
It's really cool.
I love that one. Some of my students are really good at that. I've been having them drill that for, you know, since I've been at Victory for the last year and a half now. And some of my guys just hit that every time they go for it. It's a move I kind of got that from training with Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall was doing that to me, the way you entangle the 50. So I picked that up from him and just kind of put the single leg on the end of it. Like another thing, like I mentioned earlier, the wrestling
jiu-jitsu combination or vice versa, jiu-jitsu wrestling combo. So like I'll do like and I don't need a partner for this, but like one of my drills I have my students do is your technical stand, right? You do a technical stand up, right? And as soon as you get to your feet, you shoot a double. Oh, it's one of my favorite drills. It takes a while to learn how to do that, actually, right? So let's do like a technical stand, right? And as you come up, you bring your legs back, you're right in position to shoot a dub. Right? So that's helped me, like, that type of movement, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I use that technique right there to beat Ricky Lindell in a match. He's awesome, that guy's awesome. If you guys know about Ricky Lindell, he's coaching the UFC and doing all that stuff. But yeah, the single leg 50-50 combination. It can confuse you. That's why you gotta turn that into a drill and just repeat it over and over and over and over again so you don't have to think about it. Muscle memory is the key to that one, right?
Speaking of confusing people, you have another position where you actually turn your back and you launch attacks from there. And most people are totally confused by that idea.
Right. That goes back to like this, okay? So if we're standing, and I've just had so many boring matches where guys are like, you know, like try to circle around me, and I'm just like, no. Finally I got to the point, I'm like, go ahead, bro, just circle behind me, go ahead. And as soon as I get there, I go down to my hands, I jump up and lock reverse guard. Now give me like a square stance here. Okay. Now there's a couple of things here. Okay, what I did to Tom Barlow in Abu Dhabi was I spun here, and this actually took him down. And I came up and got a takedown off that. Right? Now what I've been doing with this lately, so like we'll start here. Now circle behind me. Right? What I've been doing is going boom, here. And now, get creative here, guys. What do you think you're gonna do? I'm probably gonna try to start taking this back. You know what I'm saying? Let me do that again. I love drilling this one, dude. Your head breezes right past the ground. You gotta be careful with this one. Okay, so the guy gets behind you. It might help you to practice that a bunch of times too. That jump, you know, is like, boom. How did I learn that? From practicing the flying scissors. You know, that highly illegal move that can hurt people if you don't do it right. Right? The entrance to that helped me get this move down. Boom. Okay, now I'm gonna go all the way through. Get my knees in. Do what you gotta do there. I usually try to go to bow and arrows. Easiest choke for me. Hold up my two fingers like a bow. Let me do that one more time. Yep. 'Cause I'm just having fun with it now. I'm sure you guys got it, but I wanna do it more. Because I like drilling. Drillers are killers. I spin. Now you tell me, there's a lot of stuff you guys can create here. Right? I can make a lot of stuff up. I can just drive him forward. Come on top. The options are many once you get in that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You have to put yourself in a risky position to do any of that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could totally mess up and he could totally jump on my back, put in the hooks, and choke me. You run that risk. But what's life without risk? Don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself in front of thousands of people. First of all, that's one thing I learned a long time ago. I used to be afraid to look stupid in front of people. And when I do it on a daily basis, it's really not a problem for me anymore.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm fine with looking stupid in front of people. Because there's a chance that I could look great, though. There's a chance that I could be spectacular. And I'll run that risk, baby. I'll run that risk of looking stupid for the chance that maybe I could look amazing and get my arm raised with some legend on the other side losing. You know?
It's a great way to end the show. Take the risk and go for it.
Thank you. Budo Jake. Okay. Gosh, he got better. He got better.
Thanks for coming in.
All right. Oh, Budo Jake. Damn it. I'm fine, bro. I'm not tired. Black belts don't get tired.